I just got out of the shower, and y'all, I took an everything shower. If you know what that means, you know exactly how I feel right now. But I feel like the last few vlogs, I've been kind of talking about how I've just been a little bit low energy and just not really like feeling like myself. Now that we almost have a 1-year-old, my baby is really starting to exhibit like true personality, and she's becoming a little bit of a handful, I'm not gonna lie, but I love that for us. So staying energized and staying hydrated is a full-time job in itself. So I'm gonna put you on. This right here is Liquid IV's sugar-free hydration multiplier, and the raspberry lemonade is my favorite flavor. It has 0 sugar, 3 times the electrolytes of your leading sports drink, and a blend of 8 essential vitamins like B3, B5, B6, and B12. And it seriously helps me feel more refreshed and more awake, especially in the evening time when I'm crashing. For me, it's all about this moment right here. Cheers! Whether I'm chasing after my crawling baby, packing snacks, or squeezing in a little self-care time, staying hydrated helps me do it all and still feel like myself. It's so good, y'all. You can grab the raspberry lemonade flavor, and don't forget to use my code Destene20. Trust me, you need this. It's more hydrating than water alone. So now I'm about to get to picking up the living room because this house ain't gonna pick up itself.
I am super ecstatic because, first of all, I didn't know that Destiny had got this grill cover from me. Currently, my Blackstone doesn't have a cover, and so I've been needing one to cover it up also, but to have a temperature gauge on it. And this woman just does not miss. Like, she knows what I need.
Mm-hmm. When you need it.
When I need it.
How you need it.
How I need it. And why I need it.
Exactly.
And for what reason I need it. But she got me this. This is one of my Father's Day gifts, this grill cover, which I truly appreciate because I needed something like this to go over my grill. So thank you.
Oh, I got some wood on it.
Appreciate you, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. So yeah, once we put it together, I'll show you what it looks like on the grill. So this is what it looks like, y'all. It's really simple. Just screw it on, screw on the handle, and then boom, voila. You just screw on a couple screws right here. That's it, y'all. I only got a cover that I've been needing.
We are now at the gas station, actually. Yeah. And we're about to fill up, and then we're gonna head out to Dallas to have brunch as a family.
And I went to the gym. She got the baby ready. She got ready. And both of them look phenomenal. And I got ready, of course.
And he looks like my husband.
Oh, I look like your husband. So like when people see me, they gonna be like, "Hey, that's Destiny, little dude.
Exactly.
That's Destiny, dude."
Exactly. That's the goal. We don't even know where we're going, honestly. Usually,
and we do that all the time. Like we'll just ride and then we'll just stop where we stop. You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
Like we just go where the wind takes us.
Literally, we just get in the car with no plans. We know we're hungry, so that's all we need to know. And we know we want to go to Dallas, so we're driving. A couple spots in mind, but we'll kind of like feel the vibe as we get closer. Our drive to Dallas is like maybe like 45 minutes or so. So, you know, we have plenty of time to like talk and figure it out and drive by places, see if we want that or, you know, anyway. So excited though, because we got a text message earlier this week from our builder, and they were basically saying that we're about to move on to the next stage of the process, which will be the meeting with the architect to basically the builder's architect to basically go over all the selections and everything. So hopefully that's coming up this week, and we'll have an update for you guys the next vlog. But super excited about that. Fingers crossed that it's this coming up Wednesday. But I don't know, it's not confirmed. They were just kind of like keeping us in the loop.
So what that meeting is he's gonna confirm like where we want the outlets, the plugs, like where we want, like confirm everything that we said at the design center
stuff, and
one last like confirm before they really lock and load on it.
Right. Which is kind of, so it's definitely a necessary appointment, but it's kind of, I don't know. You know, with an indecisive person like me, I'll tell you what my I don't know, a little annoyance is about the process. You can't make any like changes at this point. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be like, oh well, instead I want this tile because I've had time to think about it, without a cost. And I know that's probably sounds silly. It's probably part of the process, and everybody probably knows that buys a house. But it's like being a new person, well, being new at building a home from ground up, which we've never done before. This is our first time. I feel like I'm so indecisive, and now it's like, dang, I kind of have seen some things. Maybe y'all kind of want to change something a little bit or whatever.
Yeah.
But I guess it's kind of a good and a bad thing, because when you're indecisive, those moments come so frequent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's like, if they don't lock it in and tell me I can't change it without charging me, then I will always be like, oh well, no, let me just change this, or let me move this here, let me move this here.
Well, also, I think also, like, you're not given enough time, like, because even with our design center appointments, they were literally like 1 week out. It was 3 appointments we had, but you're literally given like a total of 3 weeks to finalize a semi-custom home.
Yeah.
And when you and this is
okay, so it's not just me, even though I'm indecisive. You
no,
feel
for sure,
okay.
It's a lot of pressure.
It is a lot of pressure,
because you're talking about this is our first home we're building, semi-custom. It's so many different finishes, so many different things, and we literally had we had a certain amount of time that we had to make decisions.
Yeah.
And so
just to give you kind of like a backstory, really these appointments were supposed to be 2 appointments, 3 hours.
3 hours.
3 hours of 2 appointments.
For sure, right? Wasn't enough time.
Was not enough time, especially for the size of our home. Yeah. So what we weren't able to finish everything. So they were like, oh yeah, we've been kind of like discussing this, and the fact that this floor plan is larger, we do think it does require, but really we were supposed to pay for the 3rd appointment. But because the floor plan is one of their larger floor plans, they agreed that yes, it should be done in 3 appointments. So this isn't like, we're not like upset with who we chose and everything. We love the process, we love who we chose, but we're just saying that it's a little bit of a like, it's a lot of pressure, because I personally feel like, I don't know what, okay, so for me, don't you kind of think that you should get a pamphlet or a booklet of everything that's offered? That way you can kind of like think and go home and meditate and look at everything.
So I see both sides to it. Number one, as a customer and a client, yes. Mm-hmm. But then I got to look at it from their perspective. Imagine having to print out a pamphlet of every single option, every single customer, every single client. Not only would that be time consuming, but it could be expensive for them as a builder. Yeah,
but who cares? We're paying.
Well, like, but
we're paying enough money for the house.
But here's the thing: you'd have to hire somebody to literally do that.
That's okay. I feel like for somebody that's going to be paying on the house for so many years, it's worth for y'all to hire an additional person to print out this stuff so you can send the client home with every single option, because a lot of the times you don't even know really what all they have to
but let's
offer.
be real. For example, right, the tile that we had to pick out for the bathroom, it was literally like 50 different tiles.
And I'm okay with that. I want to see them all 50.
But imagine you having to print that out times whatever.
It's so easy. That could be 3 pages.
I don't know. That would be tough. It
would be tough, but for me, a person that loves this stuff and really wants to know, like me, I want to know my options.
Yeah.
I want to see everything that you have to offer. I don't want to have to ask, oh, do you have such and such? And they're like, oh yeah, we do.
Now what I will say,
I want it on the table.
Now what I will say is they could print out their most popular options.
No, I don't want that.
You want all 50 options in the book. I want
every single
But
option.
Imagine having to do that for every single piece of the house.
Who cares?
So like tile,
people are paying hundreds of thousands of dollars
babe,
for these houses.
That's not even realistic though.
It absolutely is.
So imagine this. You have 50 different options for every piece of the house, every room, everything. You're talking about you want a booklet with all that.
I want all of it.
No.
I want to see everything that is offered to me. Because what if what's in my mind isn't even as good as what you have to offer? What if I see something and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've never seen anything like that. That's different, and I want to choose that instead.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. But nonetheless, our experience was great. This is just kind of like afterthoughts.
We actually had a good. Her name was Paula. Paola.
Mm-hmm.
Paula was great. Like she made the experience so easy and comfortable.
And I think also, to your point, I think kind of what does make the process easier is not throwing 50 different options of everything. So I do understand their perspective, but it's just like with 3 hours, you don't have time to really just like look at everything, go through everything.
We was in there making decisions. Like I've never felt the pressure to make a decision like I did when we were there, because it was like, bro, you only got 3 hours here. So, and by the way, like if there is another appointment, it's like $250.
Yeah, you have to pay.
You have to pay. Like if you need an additional appointment. So like we're literally in there pumping out decisions, and I mean it was we're not complaining about the experience or anything. It was I actually loved it. Like,
no, I loved it too.
And what's funny is like we were like, there was one thing that we debated that we weren't aligned with. Like out of the whole, and it was a tub.
Which was the tub?
Which was the tub, like shape.
Like Brandon wanted a square tub.
I wanted a square, a rectangle, and she wanted an oval. That was the only thing we debated on. And so the experience was awesome.
Yeah.
You know, but
I feel like now that I've, obviously, like, it's so weird how your phones and stuff work. Like when you start talking about something with somebody in the area, your phone starts like popping up. Like let's say we're talking about Huggies, all of a sudden I'm gonna get a Huggy ad on my Instagram feed or something, so now, because we've been talking about like home building and home buying and all these things, all of these like house projects and stuff are popping up on my news feed,
and now I'm like, dang, now it's making you second guess.
Not second guess, to an extent, but not in a negative way, but only because I'm like, dang, I never saw this type of tile. Maybe I would have liked that.
Yeah.
But
I mean, who knows if that tile would have been available though?
Yeah, but how do we know if we don't ask? Because you know what's crazy?
Well, no, I'm saying when you saw the tile when it popped up, I mean, we looked at the tiles, but
we didn't see everything.
Oh, yeah. We
didn't see everything because
this is the perfect example of why, like, when I make a decision on something, it's out of sight, out of mind. I don't even look further, because I know, like, dang, if I look at something and it looks better, I'm gonna be like, oh, why did I
wish I was that type of person, but because I am indecisive and I already feel like if I'm already under pressure, it just kind of like aids in my second guessing. So,
you know why? Because even with the fire pit that we have now, I kind of wish, like, with the, how they did the tile the same as the I wish we would have went with the black, where the like tile line, I mean the water line is.
Our current home?
Yes. I wish we would have went black with that, but in my mind I'm like, I can't think about that, because now I'll be thinking like, dang, should we have got the black?
Yeah.
So it's like, and this is just like homeowning decisions. This ain't,
And what's funny is like he's talking about our current home. So with our current home, if you're new here, we built our pool here recently, and we had to make decisions on that. But so the great thing about that is that I feel like, so this kind of like makes it a little better, because as beautiful as our pool is now, we also felt like, dang, we were second guessing a little bit, but it's like at the end of the day, we make great decisions, and the pool turned out beautiful, and the fire pit area turned out beautiful. But now it's like, it could, maybe this little tweak have made it better, or maybe this color made it better. I don't know, we're just rambling. But I think that all in all, we make great decisions, and I'm not going to be upset with any of the decisions that we made. But
that in itself, the decision making in itself was a blessing, because I literally thought that there was going to be more that we would go back and forth on and not agree on, and it wasn't. It shocked me, like it really did. Not that
it shocked me too.
Not that we just disagree on a lot of stuff, but you're talking about something that's a major purchase, something that is really like, I mean, this is going to be potentially a forever home.
Potentially, we don't know. And
it's like, so the decision making process is that much more heightened. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It's that much more important.
And I'll say it's not even that we disagree a lot, like you were saying. I think it's more that like some stuff, like you have to go up on the price with certain selections.
Yeah.
And that's where normally we'll have opposing opinions.
Well, right. So
the fact that even when we upped on pricing on some of the stuff, we still agreed. It was like, dang, it's crazy that we're like really just locked in on it.
But you know, but what that looks like is really just taking our thoughts out of it and really putting logic into it.
Yeah.
And so that leads me to like my thing is like alignment. Like a lot of people think alignment is, well, you agree with me or I agree with you and we're aligned. No, alignment really is, let's say we disagree about something. Okay, how do we both sacrifice to come together to the middle ground and make a decision based off of us sacrificing but also coming together? That's to me what alignment is.
Yeah.
A lot of I don't know, y'all let me know what y'all think alignment is, but I just feel like it doesn't necessarily have to be, well, you do what it's my opinion and you agree, or vice versa. It's like, how do we both sacrifice something and come together to meet in the middle?
Yeah.
And then once a decision is made, that's the alignment.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, no, for sure. Because there was some point where I sacrificed and you were able to get what you desired, or vice versa.
Yeah.
You sacrificed and I was able to get what I desired.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, the process has just been great. It's just, again, like I said, I guess that came to my mind because I'm thinking like, dang, all this stuff is popping up on my newsfeed. I'm like, oh my gosh, like,
yeah, you're like, dang, I could have looked at this time,
yeah,
or I could have looked at that.
Maybe I should have chose this, or So it's frustrating because I don't like being like locked into stuff, but I understand why they do it. They do it for people like me. They make it like this for people like me. Because imagine if everybody that was buying a house and building with them was like me, and they wanted to change something.
Yeah.
Every single step of the process.
Yeah.
That's what it's like being with me. So.
No, for sure. Builders will get tired of it.
Yeah, and it would be so
like
costly for them because they would have to reorder stuff and change orders.
Which those costs will be passed down to us. So what's costly for them is costly to us, because all they're doing is passing down the cost.
Right.
It's like, I'm not about to change this and eat this cost. So somebody will have to eat it. It's you, the client.
Yeah. But it's just crazy because it's like, dang, you don't even know certain things are able to be done.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
it's kind of different. But you know what? I'm glad that we have this process, because even if we don't decide, so we haven't like officially. So we're kind of like those people, right? Like, we love this home, but we don't know for sure, like, if we get in here, if it's going to serve us forever. Like forever home type of thing. We don't know.
We're not closing the door.
We're not closing the door on anything.
And here's the thing, like there's gonna be people that's gonna be like, we're gonna get in this house, and there's gonna be people that's gonna be like, are you guys crazy? Like, that is
people are saying that now, like, why on earth are y'all leaving your current home? Everything. But
you gotta understand something, like when you have a certain vision and you dream big and there's certain things that you want, and you're praying about things and things are lining up, like it just is what it is. It's like the person that switches cars, right? You start off with, I don't know, maybe a Honda, and then you graduate to like something better, and then now all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, now that I've gotten a taste of what this upgrade looks like. Now I want to see what this upgrade looks like.
Right.
And now you graduated, and next thing you know, you're in a Porsche, for example, just for hypothetically. It's like we're thankful and blessed to have graduated from that Honda, but now we're dreaming big, and it's like there's still certain things that we desire, and that's gonna be fulfillment for us.
Yeah.
Even in the midst of us being blessed and thankful.
Yeah.
So the humbleness doesn't leave, the thankfulness doesn't leave, but we continue to dream even bigger because we know what is going to really just satisfy our cravings and scratch our itches.
Right.
You know what I'm
like
saying?
when we bought our current home, for the time being, it was perfect for us. It was exactly what we envisioned. It was exactly what we needed. But then, we went on to, thankfully, God allowed us to have build a family. We didn't know that we would be able to have a family when we first bought our home. So at the time, it was the perfect amount of space, perfect amount of yard, like everything. But now that we have a child, it no longer serves us because the space is inadequate.
Yeah.
To some people, it's like
that's the
perfect amount of space.
Absolutely.
You don't need anything else, and that's great. Like, trust me, I feel that. Like, I was raised with multiple siblings in a 3-bedroom apartment, and look, I've done it, so I understand how people can feel that way, and it's valid. But for us, we just feel like we want additional space, and God willing has allowed it to be possible. So for right now, the home that we're purchasing is going to be what we need right now, what we desire for right now. It's beautiful. It's gonna be, and then we're gonna put our touches on it, so it's gonna be even more beautiful to us. And but that said, to say the door is not closed on forever or not, but
I'm gonna tell you this. I'll say this, and then I don't want to ramble on, but you always have to be working towards fulfilling the vision.
Yeah.
And whatever that vision looks like, it could mean where you are now is not where you're gonna ultimately be, and that's okay. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. There are people out here that have a vision to be where they currently are, and that's perfectly fine. But there's also people out here that have a vision to continue to elevate and evolve.
Right.
And a part of that comes with circumstances that happen in life, things and situations that happen in life. Like, we want our family to grow. We want to have another kid. So what does that look like? You know what I'm saying? So you gotta always tell yourself, like, if I have a vision and I have a goal, I always need to be working for that. And there's steps, there's levels to it. So even if you go a level up, you still not there yet, but you continue to evolve and elevate yourself, and you're gonna go another level and another level until you fulfill that vision.
Right. And it's all subjective. Like, my vision and my level is not the same as yours, or the same as his, and his isn't the same as mine or the next person. And I think that's where the spirit of comparison also comes into play, because it's like, you don't have to compare yourself to Jennifer and Mikey, who have a certain...
Wait, hold up. That's the best name you can come up with, Mikey?
Those are the best names I can come up with. But it's like, you don't have to compare yourself. If your vision and your goal and your dream is to be where you currently are, then that is it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not compared to what Destene, Brandon, or Jennifer and Mikey, or Tabitha, what they envision for themselves. It's about you. It's about personal goals. And that's where I feel like a lot of people shy away from sharing certain parts of their lives on social media, because it gets judged so heavily.
No, we kind of ramble, but you know what? It like, I don't know. I'm passionate about this type of stuff. So when it's like when we start talking about it and I get passionate about it, I start talking because I think people really need to understand and realize that, like, first and foremost, everybody should have a vision for themselves. Everybody should have a goal in life. Like, if you don't have a vision, then what are we doing? You have to have a vision, but you also have to understand and realize that your vision may take levels to get to that. Mm-hmm. Or God could bless you overnight and you just reached your vision. But if not, there's levels to it.
Mm-hmm.
So what other people may say is that's satisfying, you're looking at it like, okay, yeah, it's cool, I'm blessed and thankful for this, but how do we get to the next phase?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what's happening.
For sure.
It's how do we, and that's in all things. That's in housing or buying a car or career. Like, you should always want to know, you should always be asking yourself, how can I get to the next level?
Yeah, for sure. And we're just those type of people. I think that's where we align and how we align so well, because we're just those type of people. It's like once we attain a certain goal or something, it's like we're always looking for the next. Even before we obtain it, we're just like, how can we get to the next, even though the first one hadn't even hit yet. So that's kind of like, and there's pros and cons to that. But
yeah, there is. But also at the same time, it's like you realize that the things that you didn't think are possible are now possible. So now that they're possible, we're going to keep this train moving. Like, I mean, if this happened for us, who knows what's next?
Yeah, that's why it's like the door is never closed on any opportunity or any elevation. And I think that's just what separates a person that's complacent
and content
versus someone who's just,
and again, I want to preface that by saying we're not judging people who are complacent or content. If that's where you are, that's where you are. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to knock you for it, because you know what? I don't have a place to do that. That is not my business. And like the moment I start judging somebody for that, the moment God is going to be like, hey, hold up, wait a minute. So I don't have a place to judge you or knock you. But at the same time, on the flip side of that, you can't really knock or judge somebody that's continuing to try to elevate.
Do other things. Yeah. And maybe it's not elevation to you. Maybe it's just chasing a freaking rabbit's tail, But it's just about the desires of your heart. That's why you always
the desires of your heart that's placed on your heart.
Right.
That God is saying, okay, you have this in mind, but I have something bigger and better for you.
Or sit here in this moment, because God also, he's that type of God too. It's like sometimes you do have to sit there and be complacent and be content. It's all a part of life. It's all necessary, because there was a part of my life where it was just time to sit. I think everybody has had those moments where it's just time to sit and refocus and so there's so many things to it. Anyway, we could keep going on.
I mean, we could talk about this for hours.
Yes,
like for real, because I get passionate about this stuff.
Yeah, because it's all necessary parts of life. That's why it's so critical and so important to never judge anyone's journey. Because right now it might be a season for someone else to be complacent and sit. And then for someone else, it's time for them to get up and move.
And I also think what happens is like, and this is social media society. What they do is they try to sell you this dream that, we got this, we were blessed with this, we were in it, and like there was nothing involved that we had to do. We didn't have to work for it, and that's just not the case. So on the flip side of us telling you where we are, just know that there's also the realist in us that yes, we are working for this stuff.
Yeah.
But because it was placed on our hearts to be able to dream bigger, now we just have to go extra hard and put in the work to attain it.
Right.
You don't just get handed something. I mean, there are people who do, but in our lives, in Destene and Brandon's lives, we don't just get handed something. What ends up happening is that the vision is put in place, and now we work hard to get to that level. So
mic drop.
No, I'm just playing.
You like Madeline?
No. I'm from Brunch. Look at that girl right there. Sexy mama. Let me get the door for y'all, princesses.
like twins.
You're right. She said no. I look like my daddy.
Say hello to me.
I look like my daddy. Say it. Tell him, oh shit. I look like my daddy. Ocean looks like her daddy.
Okay, so I got the shrimp and grits. That looks amazing. And then Brandon got, these are actually hash browns.
This is a chicken and egg sandwich, and these are hash browns, which I'm interested to try, like for real.
Yum. Looks so good.
Yeah, it does.
So I got a few packages in. I figured we would open them up together. So let's see what we got. My shirt is crazy. Ocean's still not feeling well. And it's so weird, but I feel like I don't feel terrible during the day. It's mostly like when the sun goes down. It's like the weirdest thing. I don't know if we got COVID or what. It's like a mixture of Ocean going to, well, Brandon was sick first, like slightly sick, the day before Ocean started school. Then Ocean went to school, and then she got sick, and then I usually never get sick. It takes me, so I literally only get sick probably like 3 or 4 times a year, maybe closer to 3 times a year. But so yeah, it was kind of inevitable for it to happen to me because both of them were sick. But anywho, I think I'm coming up on the better side of it, so hopefully. Oh, she baby, what is she, mama? Here, baby. But anywho, so I got these bodysuits from Skims. I have the one, it's by Wolford, and I love it so much, but I wanted to finally try out the Skims one because I just love Skims products. It's like, really say what you want to say about Kim, but Skims does it for me. I'm so sorry. Like everything she puts out is like A1. But I like the fact that this one has like a bra band on the back, because I do kind of feel like the Wolford one slides down a little bit if you're not wearing the straps on your shoulders. So when I saw that these had the bra clip in the back, I kind of just want to try it out because I feel like it's going to be prevented because it can be as loose or as tight as I want. And so yeah, I got the chocolate brown color.
Not who we are.
And then I got this pretty camel color. It's like a pretty nude color. I think it's perfect for my skin. It'll be pretty. So yeah, I cannot wait to wear those. So yeah, I got both of those and I'm really excited. I'm probably gonna put this on this weekend if we end up getting out of the house. Because I also noticed that she feels better if we're like just kind of out in open air, you know? So anyway, and it's not hot. I mean, it's not hot. It's not cool or breezy or anything, so I don't feel like, it's gonna make her worse. I feel like, just getting out, getting some fresh air, vitamin D with the sun, it's kind of helping her just, be on the up and up a little bit. So that is that. And then let me see what this is. I don't know what this is. Let me see. We got a big Bath and Body Works order in. That's fun. They had like a huge sale, and Brandon's mom called us and was like, "You have to check this out." And so we ordered a few things. Not much, but just a couple things. The Marley fragrance team. Ooh. Okay, what's this? This is new. Destiny, we are so excited to share our fragrance with you. It's called Soul Rebel. We hope it inspires your vibe and becomes your new go-to. Okay, let's see. Let's see what it smells like. The Marley Soul Rebel. like Bob Marley. Let's see how it smells. Oh, the bottle, gorgeous. Wow, that is beautiful. Look at that bottle. It's like a wooden top. So pretty. Oh, that smells, yep. Definitely a vibe. Let me spray it in here so I can. Let me see. Oh my gosh. That is really good. Love that. Oh, I just love the bottle. It's such good quality. That smells really good. Let me get my baby. Hold on. Right, and last thing is our Bath and Body Works order. Let's see what Brandon was in charge of ordering this, so let's see what he got for us. We are some candle hoarders. If I showed y'all our candle collection, you'd be like, why are you buying anything? But it was a sale, and like when candles are so expensive, candles are so expensive, so when you do find a sale, you kind of gotta just jump on it. So we got 2 of these foaming hand soaps. It's called Fresh Amalfi Lemon. Let's see. Yummy. Honestly, Bath and Body Works doesn't really miss. So sometimes I be feeling like I don't even really have to smell it, but it's so good. I feel like I like so many, like majority of their products. So I'm never usually worried. I just don't like, the scents that I don't like is like minty scents. I don't like minty or like eucalyptus, stuff like that. I don't like those scents. I like more sweet, like our house, if you ever want to know what it smells like anything pumpkin, vanilla, cookies, you know, like that warm, like spiced vanilla. So good. So this is the spiced vanilla. Yeah, that's it. Let's see what else we got. Oh, this one's a cute color, pretty yellow. So this one's iced lemon pound cake. Yep, that's a good one. I approve. And just one more. Cinnamon spiced vanilla. Is that the same one? Oh yeah, so he got 2 of the same ones. So good. So yeah, that's all we got from Bath and Body Works and Skims. But yeah, hopefully we get to get out this weekend because my intrusive thoughts is always going to pop these every single time, like a kid. Still feeling under the weather. Last night, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I got dressed and everything to go to urgent care because my throat, I felt like it was closing up. I was so scared, y'all. I was freaking out. Ocean's little birthday outfit came in. So cute! We're throwing a 4th of July pool party, and Costco had these cute little floaties for like $15 a piece. I've not cleaned the refrigerator in so long. I'm scared to see what it looks like.
New love, can we get high? New love, no drugs. I'm ready to fly, no drugs. Pull up, if I'm on your mind, pull up above. When you come inside it, in us, I am baptized, I am alive. never go back to when.
This carne asada steak is pretty good. This is my first time grilling it, and it wasn't bad at all. So I'm gonna make us some steak and eggs, and yeah, we're gonna have a nice little breakfast, and then we have a couple errands that we have to run. Y'all, I'm so excited because we're actually getting ready to get Ocean her passport. And so, like, I already printed out the documentation and stuff like that. So we're gonna go get her picture taken.
Says the guy that was like, "We won't be traveling with the baby."
We won't. I mean, but she'll have it just in case. You know, you never know. You never know what type of situations life can throw you. You know what I'm saying? And
She just had a blowout in her cute outfit.
she just had a blowout.
What is wrong with my baby?
She just blew out. Let me see.
Oh,
Where's it at?
right here.
You can smell it on her leg.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all, we dealing with blowouts over here.
Oh, mercy.
But yeah, so we're gonna go do that, and then y'all, this is why I know I'm big back, because you know I've been on my gym game, I've been working out and stuff like that, trying to get right, and then Destiny decides that she wants to put on YouTube, and there's a lady that made a strawberry pound cake. It looked to die for, so I gotta do it. So I'm gonna go get the recipe stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna bake a strawberry pound cake, because it's just calling my name. Actually, it's calling Destiny's name.
No, it wasn't me.
No, it was you, because
It was literally you. I didn't say anything.
Destiny put it on the she put YouTube on, so I didn't do it. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna take responsibility for that. But she told me, she was like, Brandon, I want this pound cake. I would love to have this. So I'm like, all right, let me go ahead and bake it for her, because you know she's my wife at the end of the day, and I want to please her. So hey, if it was up to me, we would have it. You feel me? But you know, she gets what she wants. So
Hey, baby.
hey, girl, you feeling good? You feeling okay, girl?
One thing about it though, she gonna still be by that fireplace,
She
sick or not. She loves it over there.
Your eyes tell me that you don't wanna leave just yet. No, my eyes agree. It's almost like when we first met. Oh, I don't care, it's getting too late. I want you and I can't wait. Don't wanna spend a minute without you. I know you feel the same. So come on, give me love. I'ma show you how to move with my body. Come give me.
Husband,
What's going on, baby girl?
can you please give me some nacho cheese Doritos?
The nacho cheese Doritos.
Yes, please.
All right, I got you.
Hey, bye.
All right, bye. Let me put y'all onto this right here. This main stage cranberry mandarin spray. Yeah, the truth will set you free, and this is exactly what this is, the truth. All right, y'all, I'm getting ready to make my strawberry pound cake. And to be honest with y'all, I already think I'm a baker, but if this strawberry pound cake comes out good and Destiny likes it, I'm thinking about going into the baking business. All right, y'all, so we are going to start with 3 sticks of softened butter. Okay, now we're going to add in 8 ounces of cream cheese, 1 cup of sugar. All right, so you mix that sugar in about halfway, and then we're going to go in with our 2nd cup of sugar. I'm going in with 1 cup of Nestle Nesquik, the strawberry flavor. Once it gets to a smooth texture, then you know you've mixed it pretty well. All right, y'all, in a separate bowl, I'm going to crack 6 eggs. We're going to go ahead and pour it into the batter. What I'm doing here is I'm mixing this till it gets really smooth. Teaspoon of vanilla. Now I'm going to take this strawberry pie filling, open this up. So I'm going to put about 1/3 cup of this, and I'm just going to kind of mash up the large strawberries. Add a cup of buttermilk. We're going to do 1 cup at a time of this, so we'll start 1 cup in, but it's going to be a total of 3 cups of self-rising flour. Make sure you get the self-rising. You're going to add a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. Now it's time to get our pan prepped. So I'm going to pour a cap full of oil in here and just kind of smooth it around so it gets it a little moist on the inside. I'm going to make sure you grease the sides too, not only just the bottom part, but the sides as well. And there it is, you guys. And so now I'm going to put it in the oven on 325 and bake it between an hour and 15 minutes. As you can see, this mug looks absolutely amazing. But the last step I gotta do is I gotta make my sauce. So I'm gonna do that, let this sit for about 20 minutes, and then drizzle my sauce on it, and then it's gonna be ready. Bon appetit. About to make my glaze, and basically all this is 1 cup of powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons of milk, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla.
Come hit me with your touch and make me wanna say, damn. And yeah, you know what's up. Ain't nothing I won't do for your body. So give me all you got right now.
Wow, this is it, y'all. The moment of truth. We about to cut into this bad boy and see how good I did. But look at it. Ooh, that mug is looking right.
Cheers. Moment of truth.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
It is so moist.
It's so moist. Look at that.
Wow.
It's just like spongy.
Wow.
Yep.
Mm.
You did. Mm-hmm. So perfect.
Mm.
It's perfect. Mm.
Whoa.
Wow. Yeah, he killed it.
All right,
This is
we're gonna go
amazing.
so I can enjoy this, y'all. But holla at me
But it's bomb.
if you need some cakes baked.
Maybe you can make Ocean cake for her birthday.
Yeah. You know how much pressure that would be?
Yeah, you'll be in here sweating for real.
Man, for real. Trying to get it right.
Wow, you killed this, babe. I'm proud of you. Like, that's amazing. Like, I could never. Anything I put in the oven gets burnt if it's not meat. Seriously. I'm a horrible baker. This is amazing.
It's really good.
Mm-hmm.